What's up, y'all? Tony Starr here, and I'm talking today about recovery, why it's important, how you can improve it, and why you should improve it. So I want to say, I'm going to talk a little bit about supplements, but I want you to know that I'm not selling anything. I'm not going to talk about any brand names. But we're also going to talk about other ways to improve recovery and why it's important. So let's get started. So with working out, I want you to reconfigure the way you think about exercise as good stress to your body. All a workout is stress that you're introducing to your muscles that you can then recover from and develop from. So you break it down in the gym. You're not getting stronger in the gym. You're not building muscle in the gym. You are breaking the muscle down. Your muscles are made out of protein, not too much unlike the meat that you eat. And then you eat protein. That protein recovers the protein that your muscles are made out of. And then that's how you get stronger. So I want you to think about each set or each thing you do as a certain kind of stress that you're purposely introducing to your body that you can then develop from, okay? So it will not stay good stress if you overdo it or if you don't recover correctly. Bad stress is something that beats you down and beats you down and beats you down that you never actually recover from. It just makes things worse and worse and worse. And so recovery is where all your results are at, okay? And if you're not recovering correctly, you're missing a big part of your paycheck. So like you probably wouldn't go to work if you weren't getting paid, right? So get that paycheck. And I wanna try to help illustrate what I mean. So even in the midst of just one set of a workout, if you're doing like 10 reps or whatever, don't get so caught up on how many reps you did, but more so 10 seconds of stress against the muscle, okay? Then that way you can kind of think of it as both the positive and the negative contraction, concentric and eccentric contraction, are just as important as each other. The other thing I want to talk about is vitamins and nutrients. But before I get into that, I want to say one more thing that's way underrated. And the reason I say it's underrated is because people don't prioritize it enough, and that is water and sleep. The muscles will not function properly if they're dehydrated. And if you're not rested, a bulk of the recovery and the nutrition that flows to that muscle, it's in the blood, and that happens in sleep. And so you'll notice if you're in a fitness program and you're getting good sleep and you're getting good progress, and all of a sudden it just feels like you're not getting good progress, you'll notice that it usually coincides with bad sleep. So the next thing I want to talk about is nutrition. So I implement intra-workout nutrition with my people and myself. Now the studies do support it heavily. However, studies don't mean shit to me. Because there's always going to be a study coming out every single day, and then the next day there's going to be another study debunking that study. And it happens every day. There's this study that says that study's wrong. For me, I go a lot more based off of personal experience and anecdote. So I started implementing intra-workout nutrition about 2 years ago. I was in a really deep deficit getting ready for a contest, and I was so sore I wasn't recovering very well. And at the recommendation of my trainer Danny, he said, try drinking a little bit of maltodextrin during your training, which is a man-made carb. My recovery was night and day, and I was recovering on low calories, and that isn't super common. So I knew just from my own perspective, this works, okay? So a very basic form of this intra-workout nutrition is Gatorade. Gatorade, the name Gatorade comes from the Florida Gators. They were down in Florida. They were getting so, because they were training in such humidity and heat, they would lose so many nutrients in the form of sodium, potassium from their sweat, but they would also see massive blood sugar crashes. And so they came out with Gatorade, which is a blend of sucrose, which is table sugar, so it's cheap. And then they put potassium in there and sodium. Potassium is what will drive water into the muscle, make it hydrate. If the muscle's dehydrated, you're at risk for injury and it's harder to recover. And then sodium is what moves blood into the muscle. And so it increases blood pressure. So you don't always want to be lowering sodium too much. Sodium can be a good thing. Sodium and potassium are synergistic to each other. You need nutrition to the muscle that comes in the form of blood. You need oxygen to the muscle that comes in the form of blood. And of course, you need water to the muscle. Now, Gatorade, you can totally do that. Powerade, I use these products here. These are the same thing, they're just different derivatives. Glycofuse is it's just a carb supplement. It's made out of multidextrin. That's a man-made carb, and it uptakes into the body really quickly. There's no digestion, there's no osmolarity in the gut. And then Carbolin, if you're looking for something more natural, this is derived from potato, rice, and corn. This one tastes better. I think it digests a little better. I get better feedback with this one. However, you can just do a Gatorade. I got a Powerade here. The other thing I add is I put this at any time of the day. It's very cheap, and it's just glutamine, generic glutamine. You can get on Amazon or wherever. Glutamine is like Neosporin for the muscle. It really pushes recovery a little better. So I saw a massive improvement in introducing intra-workout drinks when I train. Now I really want my dance friends to start implementing this, because people in the fitness community know they need to recover. They know they need to get that protein. But something about my dancer friends is that they don't prioritize recovery at all, because this is a hobby and it is a workout to them. However, it is intense to dance the way we dance sometimes, and I don't think that they're putting anywhere near as much emphasis on the recovery as they can. And I think the intra-workout would help a lot of dancers, because some people go, one class is just an hour, they'll do 2, 3, 4 classes in a row, and there's no way you can maintain blood sugar for that long, and you're gonna see drops in performance if you get tired. So I do think that more dancers implementing better intra-workout nutrition and prioritizing the recovery will help with their performances. Now, bodybuilders mostly know this, but this is something I use for my clients, something I use for myself. So carbohydrates during training, potassium and sodium during training, and hydration. That's what's happening with intra-workout, and sleep and water. Hope it's helpful.